Good morning, everyone. My name is Debarika Datta. I in class 8 in Anandathinagar English Medium School. So today I talk about a story. The story name is the best Christmas present in the world. So the story is very important for me because it's very funny or very comical story, and I love the story the most. So in the story has total three characters: the author, the Jim McPherson, and his wife. So many years ago, the author went to a bright port to buy roll top decks from the junk shop. So he entered in the junk shop and see many roll top decks, but he loved one deck, but it was very in bad condition. The condition of the roll top decks is not well. He loved the decks very much, and he think to buy it and restore it, and then take it in her back of his garbage in her room, and then he buy it and he tried to restore it. When he opened all the drawer of the roll top decks, he found a big junk drawer inside the first drawer. Then he tried to pull it, and after many time it will be open. It's a small tin box inside the drawer, and he think that it was not well to open it. And in the tin box is so written the Jim McPherson's last letter, and he think it was not good to open, but he say that the curiosity is better than everything. Then he will open it, and then he see the letter, and the letter write to someone's wife, and the wife's name is Connie. And the Mr. Jim McPherson write this letter to his wife Connie. He talk about a story, the story of his army and soldier. He think to give all the things to his wife, and he said that it was the day of Christmas. He think to write a letter to his wife. Then he saw that the Tommies was give them a hi and tell that the Merry Christmas to everyone. Then they also said that the Merry Christmas. Then the Tommies said that to Fizz that we can play a game, and the game was football. Then the Mr. Jim McPherson said that I can't play football, but if you can, then we can play cricket. Then they said no, it was not a fair game. Then they will play, and the Mr. McPherson loved to say to his wife that it would be good for us to will win this game, but it was not. It was Fizz to win this game. At last, after the game, they play some other games, and they were seeing it and everything. And at the next day, when he write the letter, at a big war, he will be died, and he can't send this letter to his wife Connie. And then the author see, and he's very upset, and he was very upset. He think to give this letter to to Mrs. McPherson. Then he drive up to Brightport, and he saw a bird walking with her dog, and he told to them that where is the Mrs. McPherson live. Then he tell that it was near some houses. Then when he reached the house, he saw that the house is full of barn, and he think that I think there is no one live. Then he knocked in the next door of the house, and there is a lady was come out with the slippers and tell that what happened. Then the author said that I want to talk with Mrs. McPherson. Where is she now? The old lady said that he was now in nursing home. In the last Monday, he will be fought in a fire because he used candles rather than electricity. And then you all very think that I have to go in the nursing home, and he will reach to the nursing home. And when he reached in the nursing home, he said that there is a beautiful Christmas tree like the Mrs. McPherson. Then he talked with the girl and said that the Mrs. McPherson live in another room because he want now peace or rest. Then he take in the room, and the room is also beautiful. There is a window, and we can see many things from the window, a beautiful nature. And then the Mr. McPherson talked with the Mrs. Then he talked with the Mrs. McPherson. He gave the letter to Mrs. McPherson. The Mrs. McPherson misunderstandingly think that it was his husband, Mr. Jim McPherson. Then the author, after some time, the author said to Mrs. McPherson that I am not a Jim McPherson. I am another man, and your husband will be died in last year. and he was very upset and sad. Then the author give him the letter and also a cake, and the Mrs. Maccus was then a little bit happy and tell that it was the best Christmas present of my life and he will be happy. And at last the author went to his home, and my story is end. And it was very precious story for me, and I love this story a lot, and thanks for it. My story is the end.